Hello, can you hear me? Can people in the back hear me? Say yes. Yes. Say yes, queen. How's everyone going? Good? So I missed the whole day. So I want everyone to catch me up on all of the amazingness that has been today. Who wants to stand up and tell me the coolest quote that they wrote down today on their notebooks or notepads or Snapchats or wherever you write things? Come on, I know you have amazing quotes. Yes, in the back. Are you touching your hair? Lifting? Yes.
I like the buy girls for girls thing. I don't know why we made that a hashtag yet, but we're going to.
What's the hashtag?
We should make buy girls for girls a hashtag.
Buy girls for girls. Everyone tweet out something with that hashtag right now, and it's going to trend everywhere, and everyone's going to be like, oh my God, what's this trending hashtag I have to write about? What is it? What is the hashtag about? Sounds awesome. Sounds awesome. Anyone else have super cool quotes or things that they've learned? Yes, everyone's pointing at you. That's really beautiful. Inspiring. Anyone else? Yes, right here at the front.
I really liked in one of my workshops when the speaker said, in a professional setting, you shouldn't say I feel. You should just say it as fact because you did the work and you should take credit for it.
Ah, love it. Yeah, you should never say I, because you know who doesn't do that? Boys and men. They just say things, and everyone thinks that they're true, and they are true. So we should do that too. Anyone else want to go? Last one? Yes, right here at the front. Shout really loud so everyone hears you.
This one wasn't one that one of the speakers said, but when we were in one of the workshops, we were in a group and there was a girl, I think she's right there. Yeah. She said, don't mistake people who don't understand for people who aren't willing to learn.
Wow. Love it. Oh, everyone, let's just give a hand. Beautiful. So we've heard so many great things today. I wrote a little thing. Hopefully it won't bore you too much. But I was so when I was preparing, I was just told that the theme today was going to be stand up, and that tomorrow was going to be about speaking up, and then the last day would be about rising up. So I decided to start with stand up. And naturally, I was like, okay, I'm going to think about all of the times that I stood up for myself. And all I could think about were the times where I didn't. And so I remember one of the first memories that I have, I was in daycare, and I found a quarter on the floor. And this was like back in the 90s. This was worth a lot of money. I was 4.5. There's a lot of things I could have done with that quarter. And so I found it, and I picked it up, and I was like, yeah, awesome. And then this little boy called Nicholas Miller took it from me. He took my quarter away. And I said, what are you doing? And he said, oh, it's mine. And I said, how do you know it's yours? And he said, because my name is on it. And so I believed Nicholas Miller. I said, I guess it's his. Little did I know, I grew up in Canada. And any Canadians up in the house? Hey guys, love it. Represent. So you know this. What name is on every coin in Canada? The Queen's. What's her name? Elizabeth. My name was on the quarter. Right? And so I when I learned that, I was very upset. And if he's listening, Nicholas Miller, if you're listening right now, I want my quarter back. And it's probably worth like 28 cents now with inflation. And so that was one of the times I didn't stand up for myself. Then another time I didn't stand up for myself was when Ralph Kalenji, my best friend turned biggest bully, told me that I was speaking too loud. And instead of speaking even louder, I spoke more softly because that's what I thought girls did. And then more recently, There was a time where I was on a panel on MSNBC, and I let myself be man-interrupted for like the 12th time by a male pundit who I considered to be a friend. And I didn't feel confident enough to tell him to cut it out. But the biggest pain for me, actually, the most lasting, frustrating experiences weren't when I didn't stand up for myself, but rather when I didn't stand up for others. Those are actually the hardest moments for me to remember, when I didn't actually speak up. So speaking up for others and with others is actually what makes us human. And the times where I fail to do that are times that I will always regret. So there was that first time in the schoolyard when one of my friends was being bullied by a bunch of boys, and I didn't stop them. I didn't even say anything. Then there was that time where I was in a bus in high school, and a person with an intellectual disability came on, and everyone made a mockery of them. They called him the R word. They threw food on the floor, waiting for him to pick it up and eat it. They really exploited all of his vulnerabilities. And I still to this day really, really regret not speaking up and not saying anything about that. It weighs very heavy on me. And last summer, when a senior in a wheelchair wanted to get on the bus, I helped him get off the curb, and I figured someone else would help him get on the bus. And so I continued and walking. And from the light from the other corner, I saw him fall to the ground because no one had helped him as he tried to get on the bus. And I still really feel personally responsible for that and never really forgave myself. So don't get me wrong, it's very, very important to stand up for yourself. But in life, and tomorrow actually, you'll learn that it's important to speak up for others too. Not because they can't stand up for themselves. It's not because you're better. It's actually not really about you. Sometimes others don't have the privilege or the ability to stand up, and that's where you come in, as others have done for you. Not because you feel guilty or want to hijack their experience or simply because you want to be a nice person, but rather because you realize that their struggle is your struggle. Their pain is actually your pain, and you are not free unless they are free. And if you have the opportunity to help, it's your duty and it should be your honor to do so. After all, there wouldn't be a me without you. And every time you stand up for others, you make it easier for others to do it too. You're creating a model and elevating a standard of behavior that others can uphold. So when someone sees you helping someone else, it actually empowers them to do it too. We're all in this together, and if we all speak up, standing up will be a little easier for us all. Altruism and empathy are actually contagious and conscious decisions. And science has shown that kindness is actually contagious. So one single act of generosity can inspire dozens more. And you're not too small to make a difference. And every single act, an ounce of positivity that you put in the world will have ripple effects on others and multiply into other acts of kindness. So it's actually when we speak up for others that we truly rise up together. When you focus on standing up for others, it's not that you don't matter or that you're putting your own needs second. It's actually putting others, it's actually the complete opposite. So when you stand up for others, you're honoring yourself and your beliefs and your personhood. So don't ever fail to stand up, speak up, and rise up for yourself, for others, and for all the generations of girls that will be looking up to you. Never forget to remember that you matter. And if you fail to remember that some days, I want you to remind yourself that you are awesome. So today, during our workshop, if you weren't able to make it because you were a million other cool things going on during this conference, we did positive affirmations and power posing. So positive affirmations, who was there today who wants to like blur out what it is in one sentence? Right here.
Positive affirmations is when you tell yourself that you're good at something, and you, if there's something you're unsure about, you convince yourself that you have no reason to be unsure.
Excellent definition. So a positive affirmation is a positive affirmation. So something, it can be a sentence, it could be something that you repeat, even a single word that makes you believe in yourself. What about power posing? Who wants to show a power pose? Inga, I see you. Do you want to do one? Okay. There we go. Power posing is taking up as much space as possible. And again, it can be your own thing. You can take up a lot of space with your feet, with your legs, with your hair, your arms, whatever it may be. So I'm going to make all of you stand up. Yes. You're going to deserve your dinner. And I want you to repeat after me. Ready? Power pose. I can't see your hands. Put those hands in the air. There we go. Like you just don't care. All right. Repeat after me. I am awesome.
I am awesome.
I am flawless.
I am flawless.
I'm going to Snapchat you. Don't repeat that. I am invincible.
I am invincible.
I will stand up for myself.
I will stand up for myself.
Speak up for others.
Speak up for others.
So we can all rise up together.
So we can all rise up together.
I will never forget to remember that I matter.
I will never forget to remember that I matter.
Woo-hoo! Now go and be awesome. Take over the world and see you all at dinner. Thank you.